Comedy just tripled in size and almost nobody's talking about it. 2025 is the year comedy goes fully digital and it's changing everything. From AI powered comedy to virtual reality comedy clubs, the world of stand-up is evolving faster than ever. So let's dive into the current state of stand-up comedy and what's driving this massive boom. Firstly, let's talk about numbers because they are absolutely staggering. According to Bloomberg, stand-up comedy has tripled in size over the last decade, and so have the ticket revenue for live comedy in the same period. We're not talking about a small uptick here. This is explosive growth. But what's driving this boom? I reckon there are three major factors. Firstly, streaming platforms changed everything. Netflix alone has become the HBO of comedy specials, giving comedians global reach overnight. In 2025, we are seeing specials drop almost weekly across Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and even YouTube. The second reason probably is the pandemic paradox. While COVID initially shut down comedy clubs, it forced the industry to innovate. Comedians now build direct relationships with fans through social media. Podcasts exploded, and when live shows returned, audiences were hungrier than ever for in-person entertainment. Number 3, comedy became appointment viewing again. In our fragmented media landscape, a great comedy special is one of the few things that brings people together for a shared cultural moment. Now, let's talk about the streaming battlefield, because that's where the real action is happening. Of course, Netflix is still the heavyweight champion. This year alone, they have released standout specials from big names like Ali Siddiq, Mike Birbiglia, and Bill Burr, just to name a few. But here's what's interesting. Netflix isn't just throwing money at established names anymore. They are betting big on the emerging voices as well. Hulu is making special moves with their hilarious brand, featuring specials from up-and-coming comedians like Zana Garg and Atsuko Okatsuka. His special Father was pretty amazing. I recommend you check it out. They are now specifically targeting diverse voices and fresh perspectives. Amazon Prime and HBO Max are fighting for the premium tier, while YouTube is becoming the breeding ground for the next generation of comedians. We are seeing full specials drop on YouTube that are getting millions of views, something that was unthinkable just a few years ago. But here's the game changer: personalized comedy recommendations. Streaming algorithms are now sophisticated enough to serve you comedy that matches your specific sense of humor. This means niche comedians can find their exact audience no matter how specific their comedy style. Now let's get into the weird and wonderful trends that are defining comedy. Number 1, AI human comedy collaborations. Yes, you heard that right. Some comedians are using AI to analyze their sets, identify which jokes land best with different demographics, and even generate premise ideas. It's not about AI writing jokes, but rather AI helping comedians understand their craft better. Virtual reality comedy clubs. This sounds like science fiction, but it's happening right now. VR comedy experiences let audiences feel like they're front row at a comedy club from anywhere in the world. Some comedians are experimenting with VR specific material that wouldn't work in traditional venues. Hybrid shows. The future isn't just live or streaming, it's both. We are seeing comedy shows that are simultaneously performed for live audience and broadcast live to streaming audiences, with comedians interacting with both crowds in real time. And we are also seeing the emergence of micro specials. Attention spans are shorter than ever, so some platforms are experimenting with 15 to 20-minute comedy specials instead of the traditional hour-long format. It's like the TikTokification of stand-up. And nowadays, shows are also including live polling, Q&A segments. Okay, so now let's talk about who is actually crushing it right now and who you should be paying attention to. Well, they're always the established players, right? But they're not sitting around, they're also evolving. Ali Siddiq, Sarah Silverman, Josh Johnson, to name a few. They're not just maintaining their positions, they are reinventing their approaches. Especially, I think Siddiq's storytelling style is influencing a whole generation of comedians right now. But the interesting ones are the international breakthrough artists. Daniel Sloss, for example, is from Scotland. He's dominating global streaming. Zana Garg is bringing Indian American perspective to mainstream audiences. The comedy world is becoming truly global and audiences are embracing international voices like never before. Then there are the digital natives. These guys, they started from digital platforms like Jordan Jensen, Nico Carney. They built their followings online first, then translated to traditional venues. They understand social media audience engagement and content creation in ways that traditional comedians are still struggling and learning. These guys don't fit traditional molds. For example, they blend music with comedy, some does magic, and they incorporate visual elements. They are creating entirely new formats that work specifically for digital platforms. What's fascinating is that success doesn't look the same anymore. You don't need to get on a late night talk show or get a Comedy Central special. A viral TikTok can launch a career. A successful podcast can build a fan base. Or a well-timed YouTube special can change everything overnight. But what about the business side? How has the industry adapted? First of all, I think comedy clubs are evolving. Traditional venues like comedy clubs, they aren't dying. They are adapting. Many now live stream shows offer VIP digital experiences and host podcast recordings. The improv and Funny or Die chains are integrating technology into their live experience. Then there's the renaissance of the festival circuit. Just for Laughs is returning in 2025 after restructuring, and comedy festivals are booming again. But they are not just live events anymore. Many festivals now include digital components, virtual reality experiences, and global streaming elements. And comics these days also have more chances for new revenue streams. They have more way to make money than ever. Beyond touring and specials, there's merchandise, subscription content, personalized video messages, exclusive podcast content, and even NFTs of memorable jokes. And I think a lot of focus has also been with the direct fan relationships. Platforms like Patreon, Substack, and OnlyFans. Yes, some comedians use it for comedy content. These platforms allow comedians to build sustainable income from core fans rather than relying solely on traditional gatekeepers. The pandemic taught the industry that diversification isn't just smart, it's essential for survival. But of course, it's not all good news. The comedy industry is grappling with some significant challenges as well. The first one that always comes to my mind is the cancel culture debate. This conversation isn't going away. Comedians are navigating an environment where jokes can go viral for the wrong reasons instantly. Some are adapting their material, others are pushing back, and the industry is still figuring out where the lines are. Another one is oversaturation. Well, with so much content available, break through the noise is harder than ever. There might be more opportunities, but there's also exponentially more competition. And another popular one, the algorithm problem. While algorithms can help comedians find their audience, they can also trap them in niches. Some comedians worry about being pigeonholed by platform algorithms that only show their content to specific demographics. It changed the way how they create their content. It takes away the authenticity with data analytics showing what type of jokes perform best, and many worry that comedy is becoming too calculated and losing its authentic edge. And yeah, this goes for the almost 90% of the entire industry, the economic pressures. While the top tier is doing better than ever, the middle tier of comedians faces new challenges. Streaming platforms pay differently than traditional TV, and building a sustainable career requires more diverse skills than just performing. So, where is stand-up comedy heading next? Based on current trends, we are moving toward a more democratized but also more complex industry. The barriers to entry are lower than ever. Anyone with a phone can start building an audience. But the skills required for long-term success are more diverse than ever. We are likely to see more international collaboration, more technology integration, and continued experimentation with formats. The comedians who succeed will be those who understand that stand-up comedy in 2025 isn't just about getting on stage and telling jokes anymore. It's about building communities, creating content ecosystems, and connecting with audiences across multiple platforms. The golden age of stand-up comedy isn't behind us though. It's happening right now. We are living through the most exciting period of comedy history, where more voices have platforms, more audiences have access, and more innovation is happening than ever before. And honestly, I think we're just getting started. So, what do you think about the current state of stand-up comedy? Are there any comedians you think we should be paying attention to? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao. Kc out.